You got it all.
God, I'm horny.
Before we hop in,
Mm-hmm.
did you see that movie, The Whale or whatever, with Brendan Fraser?
I haven't seen it, but I know about it. Yeah.
I want to see it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just didn't know if you had seen it.
Yeah, I haven't, but I want to. Is it
Yeah,
out? Is it out like to get now?
You
or
can
is it still in
buy it.
theaters? Oh, okay.
You can buy it, but it's $20. But yeah, because I meant to bring this up a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw the hype about it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh wow, that seems pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I saw like a video on Twitter or where they like put the fat, like they're putting like the fat suit on him. I get like
Mhm.
fucking, it was like 4 fucking hours worth of fucking like
Yeah, that sounds fucking miserable.
shit. I was like, that's insane. Like I was watching it. I'm like, they could have just fucking. I could have acted. I could have just done it. They would have had to put a fat suit on. You know,
Josh Hess is the whale.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I just didn't know. I just didn't know if you'd seen it or not.
Maybe we should make like our own horror movie spin on the whale.
You know, I mean, I guess I'd have to see it first because I have, and that's the other thing. I know. I mean, I have no idea what it's about. I'm assuming he's like a big fat man, and they call him the whale. I don't know, but that's the thing. I have no clue anything about what the movie's about.
Yeah, I know.
So-
He's in it and he's fat, and I know Sadie Sink is in it, and I really like her in Stranger Things, and that's all I know.
Yeah, So yeah, you know, like a tad bit more than me.
But yeah, I've heard it's great, so I do want to see it.
Yeah.
I just never went and saw it in theaters.
I got you. I didn't know. You know, I know you're a big movie goer. So
yeah, I've been missing. There's been a couple movies lately that I missed out on, but I've been getting back. Like we saw Scream the other night on Friday, and then actually after this podcast, me and Taylor are gonna go see it again.
Was it Scream 7 or 8?
Scream 6. It's not quite there yet, but they'll be getting there. They're gonna film 7 this year, so.
Was it good or?
It was good, but the ending reveal is very, very silly, and we didn't like it so much. But everything else is because they actually did different things, like it's in New York City, and like so they just tried new things. All that was great, but then at the end, it was like they were trying too hard to be Scream a little bit.
Gotcha.
But there was some fucking cool kills in it. It was very brutal. It was the most gory Scream for sure.
That's cool.
But I thought the ending was a little, it could have been better.
You're like, wow, that's a little, yeah.
But that being said, I'm going to go see it again in like an hour or so.
There you go. You're like, you know what? We love that ending so much, Taylor. Let's go see it again.
Well, because we were like, oh, we've never seen a Scream in theater twice, so let's go see it again.
Why would you? But why? Like, see, like to me, why wouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't you go see The Whale?
Well, is it still playing in theaters?
I have fucking no idea.
Maybe I'll do a double feature, and I'll send you a little picture of me in the theater.
Google that real quick. Google it real quick.
Here, I have the AMC app. I'll go on there real quick and see if I could get a ticket to The Whale. Oh, you can get it on demand AMC, so it's kind of like you could just get it on demand. Normally.
Oh.
But no, you cannot. At least not by me. I can't see it in a theater.
Gotcha.
Although, if I rented it, I could watch it on my projector out back, and then it's kind of like I'm watching it in a theater, you know?
See, now the next step is you got to buy like a big surround sound system.
I know. I do have nice speakers in my room. That this is where I prefer to watch The Last of Us in here because I have the bigger TV and nice speakers and shit.
Right.
But I would like.
See that should be your next project is building like a shed in the backyard.
Yeah, like a little theater shed.
Seriously, and then you get yourself like a little a mini split air conditioner, so it's fucking not 800 degrees in the summertime.
Yeah, that'd be fucking horrible.
You get like get a couple old couches or something. You put one up a little higher, so you get like your stadium seating, and then you just black out the shit, and you could totally do it.
I fucking love that.
I think you should do it, Jerome.
That would be a really fun project.
Saving your pennies,
I might have to consider that or start looking around and see what what I've always really liked too. Which people eventually we will get into The Last of Us for people that
we've talked about your obsession over penis before.
No, not my penis.
No, not that.
No. Like those like tiny houses outside of like Home Depot or something. And like they can even be 2 stories. Yeah. I've always wanted one of those in the backyard and just like tried living in it for like a little bit.
I don't see why you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
I've
it would just be you.
I remember it blew my mind one time. We were at like Mima's house or something, and we went to Home Depot, and we were like, "What the fuck?" There's like 15 houses in front of here, and we were all like walking through them and shit. It blew our minds.
Yeah, you can make them pretty. I mean, I've always said if I didn't have my kids, now I'm married and we have dogs, but like if it was just me, if it was just like a single bachelor, I would definitely like think of that as an option because it's like
it's not a bad option.
You don't need a whole hell of a lot. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Like, save the money. Like, I could live in 800 square feet. Are you kidding me?
It would be cool too.
Plenty.
If you had land too, it would be kind of cool.
Exactly.
To have like a tiny little house and then the kind of like a dick little land around you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then I mean, because like shit, like
you could call it like your own little Yellowstone.
where they put them on like trailers, and then they like hide the trailer so it just looks like a house. It's like lifted, and then like if you want to move it, you just hook up your fucking truck and you fucking take it wherever you want. So it's like it's cool as shit.
No, that would be kind of sweet. It'd be cool to try that for a little bit.
You're like, I think I want to put my house over there, so let's hook it up to the truck real quick.
I feel like I could do that. I couldn't do the van. Do you think you could do van life, like living in a van? And I feel like that's a little too risky.
Well, here's the thing. I would do it, but I wouldn't do it where all these people go and do it.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't go to like national parks,
like, vlogging it too the whole time and like telling people, "Hey, this is where I stayed last night."
Yeah. Yeah, I would. I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't go to like national parks, and stay. If I did something like that, I would probably do it. I'd probably stay in like well-populated areas, with like good lighting and stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't want to do it fucking, full time.
That's way too risky, kind of.
Well, I mean, anything's risky nowadays, Jerome. Getting up and getting out of bed and walking down the street's risky. So
fuck.
What are you gonna do?
Speaking of risky, do you want to talk about The Last of Us and
some
risky decisions that went on this episode?
Yeah, risky business. That's what this episode should have been called.
That would have been good. So what do you think about it? This is you've never played the game. This is your first time completing this story. What are your thoughts now that the story's done? At least this first part of the story.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I wanted more as a fan. I wanted more to it. Obviously, I didn't want it to end. I mean, like, I didn't watch too much of the after show or whatever it was called this time. But I mean, as someone who's played the game, I mean, is it spot on?
It was.
I mean, it was like
literally almost like just watching a cutscene of someone playing it like on YouTube, practically.
Okay.
Other than a few things, like the Anna, the mom in the beginning, that wasn't in the game at all. That was never in the game, so that was cool to see different. Him wanting to kill himself wasn't in the game, but they had a similar-ish conversation that like both ended up saying like "I love you."
Yeah, I thought it was pretty damn dark. I'm like, God dang.
And then I think other than that, like it's basically the exact same.
So I mean, like we finished the first game. Like that's how the first game finishes. Okay. Right. Yeah, I was just wondering. I didn't know.
I was gonna ask you too. Do you want a one-name tease for season 2?
A one-name tease?
Yeah, a name of another main character we will have in season 2.
I mean, I don't care.
Abby.
I don't think. Oh, okay.
Abby will be a main character in the show, and it'll be big discussions with Abby. So I thought you guys would kind of enjoy that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very interesting. Yeah, it was cool how Joel turned into John Wick there.
Really.
At the hospital, I'm like, this guy's got a fucking single shot like rifle. He's just fucking killing everybody.
And then he got the M4 and just blasting them down.
Yeah. But I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this guy like John Wick all of a sudden. The guy couldn't walk last episode. He's fucking mowing everybody down.
It has been months. It was winter before. But I think the one thing he does have on them is that most of those guys probably have no idea even what's going on with Ellie. So he's probably catching a lot of them by... They're probably like, holy shit, it's like if there's a shooting in a mall or something.
Yeah.
So he has that on them. But yeah, he was going to town. And when he pulled up a knife to fucking stab the guy and like cut his face off or something.
I know. I loved when he walked in and the doctor's like, get out of here. How'd you get in here? And he's like, I'm not letting her leave. He's like, see you later, buddy. I fucking was like, that's the best.
Which I will tell you, that guy is important to Abby, that doctor. That's the only other little tease I'll give you for season 2 is that doctor is important to Abby.
Okay, well, he's dead.
To continue on some stories. But I want to say before I forget, too, I listened to their podcast, and they talked about, like, what they're going to do for season 2 or what they think. And they said they're going to do kind of what they did with season 1, which is, like, they'll take the bare-bones story of The Last of Us Part 2.
And add some twists and stuff.
What they think they can change to make it TV-wise, they will, and what they can't, they'll keep the same. So it sounds like they're going to do practice the same, but they're going to stretch it out to multiple seasons.
Okay.
This won't mean anything to you, but a big thing that happens in the beginning of Last of Us Part 2, I think will happen at the end of Season 2. I think we'll get like a bunch of flashback stuff, basically. So I think Season 2 mostly will be like almost like an in-between The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 of the game, basically. Except it'll end with the beginning of Part 2 starting, is what I'm assuming how they were talking, is what that meant.
Okay. It's funny because Abby thought like the series was over. Like she thought that was it.
Oh, really?
So she was like pissed. And I'm like, what are you so upset? She's like, that's it? She's like, that's all we get? I go, they're making more. She's like, she's like, I didn't know
there's at least 3 seasons that will happen. So at least 3. Which is cool.
Yeah, she was pretty pissed when it ended. I was like, I told you it was like 45 minutes.
So what was her reaction to like when they wanted to kill Ellie and he had to go do that? Like was she like, yeah, fucking get him, Joel? Or was she like, let's save mankind?
No, I think we both were. I think we were both like, it just kind of sucks because, I mean, I'm guessing it doesn't end well later on with Joel and her because I truly believe that she wanted to go through with it.
And at the end, she knows he's lying.
Yeah, and Joel was like just being selfish, which I don't blame him. Like I feel like
anybody
most of us would be. Yeah, like he just want like he. You know, the way I see it is he wants to give her like the most normal life that he can possibly give her. Mm-hmm. He is obviously like, you know, looks at her like his own child. So I mean, like the unconditional love and like it's there. So I mean, like I don't blame him for doing what he did and like lying to her. But I mean, she's what 14, 15 years old. So I mean,
about
like she's getting to that age where they start to figure shit out. So. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I unfortunately don't see that ending well in the future because I'm sure that shit will come back up eventually.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how quick they'll get into it. I do know in the second game there is flashbacks where they they go like right after these events and they're arguing and stuff a little bit, but you don't get a lot of that. So I really am curious how much they go into that because at the end of this, it did feel like they're gonna be like. Their relationship might not be the same next season at all.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, like, from the jump, like, she was different. Obviously, we understand why.
And fucking bashed that dude's face in.
Well, I mean, like, the dude's gonna rape her. Like, she kills a guy. So, I mean, like, you can obviously tell. And, like, you can tell that he was uncomfortable with it. And he just wanted her to be the same old Ellie.
Yeah.
You know? So, it was like, it was almost like, I don't want to say... Like,
well, it was like the reverse of them in the beginning.
Yeah, it was almost like he was like, "Oh, come on!" Like he's like I just, you know, he's like, "I want it to be like old times. Like you're my, you know, daughter or whatever." You know, like and so it was sad to see that.
Yeah,
you know, to me watching it, I'm going, man, I'm like that, you know, because like I was like, she needs you to relax. And I'm like, he doesn't know. I'm like, he doesn't fucking know.
He's panicking in that moment.
Yeah.
Like when he's trying to bring up his daughter and be like, oh yeah, you would make her laugh and all stuff. It's like, oh God, this is so hard to watch, man. Just be quiet.
I know. It was like cringy almost, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not like he was intending on being cringy, but it was just like, you got to read the room. But I mean, like the world is fucked. The world's been fucked for whatever, 25 years, 22 years or whatever. So I mean, like, he's trying to hang on to what he's become attached to her. So he just doesn't want to lose her. So
yeah. He was even like getting desperate when he was like, oh, there was a broken guitar in there. Remember, I'm going to teach you guitar. I can sing for you and shit. Like all the little things that she wanted. And like, even like, I did like too, they brought back he's like, I'm in the mood for shitty puns in the beginning when he was trying to like, after they had their whole conversation. But then when I was watching this with Angela, she pointed out like after they got away, like after their car drive and all that, she was like, oh, she doesn't have her bag. She's not going to be able to read any more puns. And I was like, yeah, she lost all of her shit except for she has the knife that her mom gave her still. I think that's her only thing she has.
Well, but they gave that to Joel, so Joel had to give that to her.
I think Joel. I mean, I don't know if we saw, but I'm assuming he'd just give that back to her.
Yeah, I figured, but yeah, like because remember, like Marlene gave it to Joel, like, and she was like escorting him out, and I'm like, how shitty is this bitch? Like she's like, I owe you, and then she's like, get out of here, you can't see her. Like, what? I'm like, eat a dick, dude. Like, I just fucking walked across the damn country with her. But yeah, it was. I don't know. I thought it was like, it just like, like I enjoyed the episode, but in a way it sucked just because I the way it all went down and the way like he lied to her, which she's, so it's like, ugh, like I don't like it.
Yeah, well, because like also you're watching it and you're like, fuck, I'm not gonna like, I might get a couple, but like it's not gonna be like as like adorable with them together constantly now.
Yeah.
There's one,
but it was cool them seeing like the giraffes and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
There's a giraffe type moment as a flashback in the second game that I hope they do in season 2. He like brings her somewhere on her birthday, I think, and like surprises her with this like whole day. And there's one part that'll really make me laugh for you, but then there's a whole really cool scene with her that I hope they do this whole flashback scene with her and stuff like that. But like,
hopefully they do.
That's part of him like trying to mend fences with her, is like take her on like a little adventure and stuff like that. So like, I think we'll get some cool stuff like that in season 2.
Yeah, and then Abby saw. I mean, then Abby pointed out like when he was like walking towards where she was at, like, because he was on like the pediatric floor or whatever, which I know that's for children, but like there was a bunch of elephant drawings all over the wall, and that for Ellie. So she was like, she goes, I wonder if that had anything to do with like, because her name's Ellie, and then like there were elephants. And I go, possibly. I go, but I go, it is a kid. It's like a kid's level, but I go, it makes sense.
I could see that being a little thing. I didn't notice that or catch that at all, but that's interesting.
So yeah, and then I thought it was pretty. Damn, I was gonna say something. I can't remember what the fuck it was. Oh, I thought it was pretty brutal that her first. I mean, I guess it was kind of anticipated, but just hearing her talk about killing Riley, I was like, oof, that's.
For a second, I thought
I thought
it was gonna cut to a flashback of that or something. And I was like, oh fuck, are they gonna make us watch that? But then it was just her telling it. So I was like, okay. But that's insane. Like, you think you guys are gonna die together, and then you have to fucking murder her because she's trying to eat you.
Yeah. Well, and then you figure times like that, probably helped her. Well, I mean, she didn't end up killing. What was it? Sam? Was Sam the little kid?
Yeah.
Like, but I mean,
but she feels blamed for that for some reason.
Yeah, but she could have, like, you know what I mean? Because like she obviously had to kill her best friend.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's just it's obviously a crazy fucked up world that they're living in. So nothing fun to live for.
One thing that I really liked that I don't know why I never caught on. Maybe I did notice this in the game, but I don't remember noticing it. Is that it ends just like it starts, kind of with Joel carrying a little girl through like a whole thing and all that. I don't know why that never clicked in my head that's like the exact same thing with an ending with him doing that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And all the way even to the point of like in the beginning he runs into an officer, in the end here he runs into Marlene. Yeah. But then it's the reverse, and he kills Marlene, and then instead of the officer shooting him and all that. Yeah, I thought I thought the show was great. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed it's over, but I mean, it'll probably be good to, let it simmer and let it marinate and be just that much more excited for season 2. Do you watch Succession? Because that's like the next HBO show starting. Do you watch?
I haven't. We haven't watched it. Me and Abby talked about it. We both want to watch it, but we have not gotten into it. Do you still watch we haven't even tried to start it.
Do you still watch Barry? Because that's on.
Yeah, I'm all caught up with Barry.
Yeah, the last season.
She hasn't.
Succession.
Yeah, I think it's April 16th or March. Is it March 16th?
Yeah, no, I think it is April. I think it's April. Yeah.
Yeah, it's April 16th because I saw the trailer and I go, oh, okay. And she goes, I need to watch, and I go, I'm already caught up. I go, she's like, you watch it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we didn't want I told you I was watching it. So
I'm excited for that. Yeah. It's really weird both those shows ending, but
I saw what was it? What's his name? Harry Winkler? What's his name? Is that his name?
Oh, Henry Winkler.
Yeah, I saw him tweet like he's like I saw the final episodes, and like my jaw is still on the floor.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm like,
Which that scared me in a couple ways because I'm like, is he saying that because like he's like it was shocking, or is that a joke? Like, fucking Barry kills him and his jaw is really on the floor.
It could, yeah, you never know.
Because like he kind of put him in a shitty situation. Now he's in jail, so you never know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very excited to see how Barry ends. That's been such a great show, and Bill Hader directed every episode in season 4 coming up, so that'll be cool to see. Because all his episodes are always the standout every season.
I'll have to double check that. I thought this was the 3rd season.
Oh no,
maybe I'm not caught up.
Yeah, no, if you're not, the 3rd season's so great. I just rewatched it all. I blasted through season.
And you can cut this out if you want, but I mean like the last season I watched, it ended up where like the old man Henry Winkler like was trying to like turn him in or whatever. Like he found his car buried at the place or whatever.
Oh yeah, so you missed the whole season then. So yeah, there's a whole nother season.
No shit.
That. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I thought I caught up. Oh my
well, there you go. Now you can watch it together now.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there's a whole nother season, and that's
well, I'm a whole season ahead of her because she's only seen the first season.
Oh god, okay.
So yeah, okay.
They're quick.
I don't know when the fuck that can. Yeah.
You can just blast through them, but.
That is crazy. I could have swore I fucking...
That's funny. Well, it's a good thing we brought it up. You would have just started watching the new season being like, wow, I don't remember anything in this previously on. What the fuck is going on here?
Well, I would have definitely been like, hold up here. Wait a fucking minute. I'm gonna look it up on the I'm gonna go to log into my shit real quick and look at it. But yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that. So
that's funny. I do want to mention too that next week our podcast will be us ranking the episodes of The Last of Us.
Yes.
I'm gonna rewatch them. You don't have to. I'm just gonna rewatch them, and as I watch them,
I'm gonna
rank them.
Get a chance to.
So all you have to do for next week is just either have it in your head or come here with a list.
I'll probably write them down.
Yeah, and then that'll be the whole pod. Then we could just ramble about a bunch of other random shit after that.
Did you watch the making of The Last of Us?
I did, but I was also playing Donkey Kong Country on my Switch while I was watching it. So.
Oh, hey, did you see Creed and Creed 2 on HBO? Did we talk about that?
I did see that. We own Creed 2 on Amazon. I actually watched it the other night.
Because I've never seen either of them.
Yet,
I want to see both.
But I want to see 3. I've heard it's pretty good.
I haven't seen any of them. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We talked about that the other.
Yeah.
I really like them, but I like the Rocky movies a lot in general.
Oh look, Barbarian!
I just realized something. I've been hitting the soundboard this whole time, and I just shared my audio. You haven't heard dick of this soundboard.
No, I have not. I literally have not. No shit. How did I miss?
When you were saying about Barry and shit, I was playing.
No, I'm caught up. I'm caught up.
You're caught up?
I am caught up. Okay.
So you saw him.
Yeah, he like at the very end, like this dude right here. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure.
But the very last scene, what happened at the very end of that?
I fucking couldn't tell you, Jerome.
Well, if I say, I don't want to spoil it for you. So.
I'm hold on. Let me just click watch now. I'm gonna fast forward. I'm just sitting at my desk.
We're gonna get Hess's live reaction to the season 3 finale of Barry.
I'm sure everybody's just waiting for that. Yeah. I've for sure have seen this. Yeah, because yeah. The black dude who's in The Wire, fucking
and he got him arrested. Because that was the girl's dad. Okay. So you did see it all. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch.
Whew, we got that figured out.
Yeah.
Gabagool.
I'll probably rewatch it because I honestly don't remember too much of it.
Yeah, I fucking love season 3. I mean, every season of Barry is great, but season 3 was so fucking good. I think season 3 is my favorite, and then season 2 is my favorite episode.
I like that. I like the gay bald.
Oh my god, I would watch an entire show of NoHo. Oh my god, him and Cristobal, I fucking love them. They're the best.
They are pretty damn fucking hilarious. They are pretty fucking hilarious. They're funny. Yeah, he like talks like a spaz. And
yeah.
Like, God. Good times.
Well, is there any last things you want to say about The Last of Us? Anything that you've been wanting to say all these weeks?
I don't necessarily think so. Definitely interested to see when they start filming and when we're gonna get season 2.
Yeah, I hope it's soon. God, they keep kind of teasing that it's gonna be later this year. If it is this year, that'd be great. It also does
That would
seem
be
like
dope.
the House of the Dragon stuff of them like being delayed might not be that true, but
Yeah. Good.
it does seem like they're doing a lot more writing still. So like that still might be a bit before we see it, but it shouldn't. Hopefully, it's not fucking at least 2 years every season. Because that
I hope
gets
not.
just really like look that completely destroyed Westworld. I think having to wait that long every single season it made people care less, and then I think because people cared less, the showrunners cared less, and it all fell apart.
And they're just rewrite the first season.
I think that could happen with so many shows. You gotta wait 2 years every single season.
Yeah.
People are just gonna not care, and then you're not gonna care anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely got to figure it out. I don't know, make less shows or something. I don't know, hire more people. I don't know.
Yeah.
But something. Yeah, you can't. I don't know. Personally, you can't have a show come out every 2 years. I mean that's fuck. No one's gonna remember. I don't. Like that with Barry. That season was last year. I don't remember it. I don't remember. I mean, I vaguely remember it, but it's like I don't.
Yeah, you didn't even think you watched the whole season.
It's like I don't full on fucking remember that. Jeez.
But so after we do our ranking on all the episodes, do you have any ideas of what you'd want to watch next, or would you want to go back to movies? Should we pick a whole new TV show? What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, we could. Doesn't matter. I mean, I would be cool if you want to watch the Creeds. I've never seen either of them.
We could do the Creeds. I'm cool with the Creeds.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's do those as a duo.
Well, I don't want to say it doesn't matter to me because I don't want to watch any anime shit. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter to you. All right, we're gonna watch a bunch of cartoons, motherfucker.
No.
Shut up, bitch.
No, I like that. So we'll do a ranking on the Last of Us episodes next week, and then the next 2 podcasts will be Creed 1 and Creed 2. I like that.
Okay.
And then we can figure out something there. That'd be kind of fun to do little pairings in movies too every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, then we could switch back and forth. We could find a show that
and then
we
if a show comes out
that's
like some comes out, we're like, oh, cool, let's watch that.
Have you started You at all?
I have. I have 1 episode left. I'm glad you brought that up. I really like that they split it in half like they did Stranger Things. It's because like how normally like You comes out, you watch all 10 episodes in like a day, and you're like, cool, I guess I'll see this again in a year.
So there's only like 4 or 5 right now.
So you see, no, there was 5 like 2 months ago. I think in February or something. There was 5 episodes that came out.
Well, that was last month.
That was last month. I don't know. There was there was 5 a bit ago, and then there's 5 that just came out now. It might have even been last month and this month. So me and Taylor have 1 left to watch. We've been slowly watching it a little bit.
Yeah, Abby was asking me last night, and I go, oh, she asked me if you'd started, and I go, I don't know. I go, I don't think so. Or I go. The last time I talked to him, he hadn't, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, if I remember, I'll talk to him. But she said she started. I don't know if she just watched 1 or if she watched 2, but she was like, it's pretty slow.
It is. The first 5 are very different from the other seasons, and then the next 5 get like it gets crazy and gets back into some you shit. But then it all makes sense. I did think the first 5, I was like, oh boy, this might be a little too different. I don't know if I care for this.
Right.
But now it's got me interested.
Now you're like okay.
Like from the ending of that and then back to this, I was like, okay, I'm in. Okay. And it does sound like too they're gonna end it next season, so that's probably at least they got some kind of story going, and it's not gonna be he's not gonna be
I feel like
off in bushes for fucking years to come.
He's like, hey, I got my hat here. No one can see me.
That's a big twink.
I'm
Gabago.
I'm gonna go jack off in the bushes over here.
You need to use the toilet, honey? Go ahead.
It's just like how many times have we watched that guy jerk off? Too many, I think.
I mean, I haven't seen him personally.
Well, I've never watched actually Penn Badgley jerk off. I only watched Joe Goldberg jerk off, or if he's being like Will Bettelheim or whatever his new name is.
Yeah. Who knows? What are you gonna do?
Do you think we should do before we wrap up? Should we do like a prediction list? Like, what do you think? We don't have to do all of them because that's kind of crazy.
Sure.
What do you think is going to be like your top 3 episodes? You think?
I don't know. I feel like
week?
Frank and Bean or Frank and Bean. What's his name?
Frank and Bill.
Frank and Bill.
Frank and Bill. Or Frank and Bean, either one.
Yeah, Frank and Bean. That I don't know. That might be the best one. I feel like
I can see that. That's probably gonna be my top 2.
I mean, it was like an hour and a half long. So I mean, it was like a movie we watched.
Yeah, really.
So and it was like a story in of itself as well as mixed in with the show. So I mean, I feel like you kind of got more than what you bargained for with a TV show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think
so.
I could see.
And like you said, I'm sure there might be some flashback stuff. Later in the next season. I don't know, but maybe we will get some more flashback stuff with them. But who knows?
That would be very interesting. I'd be surprised if we got that. That'd be cool though. You
don't necessarily think we will get any Frank and Bill.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we will because the reaction people love them.
Okay,
but it's not. I don't even think.
Or maybe they're just like, you know what?
In the game,
we nailed that. We're gonna leave it. Like it's perfect.
I mean, I can't think of why they would, but also, I mean, I can't think of half the shit they think of in this show. So,
right. Yeah, I really thought that. And I mean, this is going back a little bit, but like I really thought Anna like killed it. I mean, I know that she plays Ellie in the video game, voice wise or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was like,
really
damn.
Good.
I'm like, yeah. So I thought she really nailed it. So.
The way she like stabbed,
and again,
it's almost like prison shaking the zombie a little bit when she like was shaking it. And then I love that she was fighting so hard that all of a sudden she looks down and she's like, "Oh fuck, the baby came out."
She's like, "God damn, the baby's here."
Yeah,
but she lied though. She's
like,
before,
"Oh, I cut the cord before I got bit," and then she looks at her and she's like, "Before, I'm not lying."
But hey, maybe that's why she is the way she is.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be like, yeah, that's why. But maybe but I'm pretty sure. I think that's just why. Although I did want to see because they haven't mentioned this anywhere. Remember episode 1? There was that boy we saw. They scanned his neck. We saw that he was infected, but he was walking normal, kind of like Ellie.
I don't remember that. I would have to go back and watch it.
And then remember Joel threw his body into the fire after they killed him. Is the very first time, it was like right after the 20-year time jump after Sarah was killed.
Yeah.
So I thought they put that in there to be like, oh, there is more infected, and I thought that was to make the ending of this with Joel killing everybody be like, oh, well, there is more infected. A cure is still out there, but they never even. Which I don't know how they bring that back up in the show, but like on the Last of Us podcast or in any interview I've seen, they haven't even mentioned that boy again. So I was just. I'm curious because they haven't talked about it at all, really. But he was walking around normal, just like Ellie. So I'm curious what that was all about now. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe who knows? A lot of that stuff. I mean, especially in shows. I feel like nowadays they don't ever come back around. They don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
it's just like
Because that makes it makes Joel not really a liar. Like he is a liar, but there is a little bit of truth out there where like she didn't need to die. Technically, because there is other people.
In the second game, there's no other people that we find out.
In the game, Ellie's the only person we ever know of.
Okay.
But in the show,
but they are making another game, right?
Well, right now they're working on the Last of Us Factions, which is like a big online Last of Us game that they're gonna do, and they're not working.
Great, and I'm gonna have to buy a PlayStation. Because Abby's gonna be like, I want to play that.
It seems like a really good. It almost seems basically like a battle royale-ish Last of Us kind of thing.
It would be kind of cool.
Like everybody gets your own little faction, and then you guys can fight each other and all
That'd
that
be kind of
cool. But supposedly they're not working on the Last of Us 3, but they're working on the Last of Us 3. I mean, they got it.
Perfect.
So that'll be cool. Are you still want to play the video game now?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now that the show is over, are you only going to play the first game, or are you curious now to play both games? And then when season 2 comes out, you might be aware of some things, and you'll get to see.
I probably will only just go see it with the first game.
I could see that
just because I really enjoyed the not knowing like anything, being able to speculate, and I think it works better with the dynamic of our little pod here, to where I don't know anything,
and then I have the intel.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, this guy's
Yeah, let me hear your theory.
This guy's a real TikTok over here, huh?
Shut up, bitch!
Fucking moving chair. But all right, so we're about to wrap up here.
Wrap it up.
We both loved it. I honestly think this is probably the best video game adaptation that there's ever been. I can't think of anything better.
Yeah, and then real quick, we'll finish on this or whatever. But they're supposedly thinking about doing a Harry Potter show off the game. So I guess
I would love that if they did. I mean, I've only played a little bit of the game, but I've always thought Harry Potter would be such a good TV show.
Yeah.
Even if they do the game or if they redo it and do the Harry Potter story as new kids and all that, I'm down for any of that. I think that's a really cool idea.
Abby finished it.
Oh, she beat it. Was she good or bad? I'm assuming good, but was she good or bad?
I think she was. She's gonna kill me. I know.
Fuck you.
I think she was Hufflepuff. I maybe not. What? Okay, so I know she was not Slytherin because she's gonna start it again and she's gonna be Slytherin this time. So there's
okay.
What is it? Ravensclaw.
There's Ravenclaw. There's
Shut up, bitch.
Well, the Zoom turned off, so thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next week for a ranking of The Last of Us, and then on to Creed 1 and 2. Peace out.
What the fuck is the internet?